Hey there, this video is going to be more like a question directed to all Muslims. It refers to a verse in the Quran, namely verse 34 from Surah Nisa or Surah Nisa, the verse in which apparently men are given permission to hit their wives. Basically, this is what this verse says. If you fear that your wife is disobedient, you are advised to follow these 3 steps. First, you have to talk to them about the problem. If this doesn't work, just don't sleep in the same bed with them. And if this doesn't work, hit them. Granted, you must not hit them on the face and you must not leave any marks on them. Let's analyze this a little. This verse refers to disobedient wives, but what is a disobedient wife? The Arabic word used in the Quran is nushuz, which means she takes a stand against her husband, disobeys him. But what does this actually mean? Well, according to various interpretations from Muslims, this can basically mean anything. From not taking good care of the house, not being a good cook, talking too loud, to not making herself pretty enough for the husband. Now about the hitting part. Before we get any further, I want to clarify that it is not a mistranslation, and the word used in Arabic is wadrubuhna, which means hit them. It is not specified in the Quran with what you should hit them. Some Muslims say that you should hit them with the hand, others say with other things. And some moderate Muslims, who I suspect want to tone down a little the verse, say that you should hit them with a toothstick, or with a feather, or with a paper tissue. But I repeat, nowhere in the Quran is this specified. There is another verse that moderate Muslims like to bring up when talking about this subject. It is a verse that says something in the lines of, the best Muslims are the ones who treat their wives best, and they interpret this as a good Muslim does not hit his wife. Just allow me to ask you this, for who is that other verse made for? For the bad Muslims? Regarding the interpretation that you must not hit a woman over the face and you must not leave any marks on her, the moderate Muslims say that this verse from Surah Nisa was actually made to protect the women, for the husband not to beat them badly. But I also heard from other Muslims something else, that they were taught in the seminar that they must not hit a woman over the face or leave any marks on her, because she may not be so pretty after that. They may not like her anymore. I do have to mention that also from Muslims I know that there are ways to physically hurt a woman really bad without leaving any marks. I'm not gonna talk about those methods because I don't want to give ideas to any psychos. As for hitting the woman with a toothstick or a feather or a tissue, I have to say that I find this utterly ridiculous and hard to believe. I mean, let's imagine the upset husband, you know, his wife being disobedient and all. So first he talks to her, but nothing good comes of it. Then he stops sharing her bed. And when this doesn't work, as a final resort, what does he do? Babe, come here a little. Come on, honey, just a bit, come here. You know, I really hate to do this, but you give me no choice. Just turn around a bit, come on.
Don't you ever do this again, you hear me? Don't ever do this again.
And she will obviously be like, you know what, darling, when you talked to me, I didn't understand shit. When you didn't share my bed, didn't make any sense. But now that you tapped me with that tissue, everything is crystal clear now. I mean, come on, really. Can you imagine an angry Muslim chasing his woman around the house with a feather in his hand? We all know there are many Muslim women who are physically abused by their husbands, this being very legal where they live. If your prophet really wanted to protect the women, wouldn't it have been more easy to say, you must never hit a woman, you must not harm her in any way? Wouldn't this have been a tad more efficient in protecting the women than saying, hit them, but don't leave marks on them? Salam alaikum.